Hey, good afternoon, rockers. Skid Roadie live from my home studio, being joined by Mr. Dan McClintock and Mr. Slacker. They're all joining us here on a virtual Fox Friday, if you want to call it that. Everybody have an alcoholic beverage of choice. Mine is a little Cabernet Sauvignon from Washington State called Luke, highly rated and extra cheap at my local booze store. So, hey, guys, welcome. Welcome to the virtual Fox Friday.
Welcome. Yes. In the celebration of Cinco de Mayo, a margarita here. I squeezed the lime. It's not a metaphor. Freshly squeezed lime in Yeho. And cheers.
Cheers. And what do you got, Slacker? Bourbon, right?
Well, I choose to go with the only Native American spirit to the United States, and that is bourbon. In this case, it happens to be a Jack Daniel's single barrel. Barrel select, barrel proof. It comes in at 131 proof. It's incredibly smooth, wonderful for a crisp fall, like autumn, spring day. How's that? I think I've got it.
It is weird weather too, isn't it? We're going down like into the 30s for the next few nights. It doesn't feel like spring yet.
No, man, I have to tell you, it'd be nice to have everybody over here on the deck. It's just like it's perfect weather. I mean, the sky is absolutely gorgeous, and it's wonderful for imbibing and a little, libation. And it actually reminds me, Skid Roadie, and I was just talking with Peter Wolf about this today on my show. It reminds me of the time you and I and Peter were up. Do you remember us going to the Mondrian and sitting at the top of the hotel in their outdoor deal?
That was really cool.
And it was just like this weather.
Yep.
Ironic, don't you
think?
Thanks
for name dropping so early in the show.
Well, I had to. That's all I got. I've laid out all my cards.
Now, how big is your deck? I mean, if we had to be 6 feet apart, how many people could you fit on your deck?
Oh, we could put a few people out here.
Yeah.
I don't know how to, turn it around. I don't have my wife or daughter here to tell me how to do this, so I'm the old man that goes, I can't make it work.
Yeah, my computer's bolted in place.
Can you see me?
Yeah, my mom was doing that on one of our Zoom calls. She's like this the whole time. Yes, hi kids. Hi, how are you? It's so good to see you. Hi, Mom. Mom, look at your own photo.
My dad's Zoom calls turn out to be like this. So anyway, we're up here, and Dad, we can't see you. Well, all right then. Can you, Dad? We still can't see you. Well, damn it, I'm done with it then.
Well, I wish I was drinking with you guys.
It's also, in a way, Red Friday. Slacker, you were talking about the new Chiefs schedule this morning. I mean, in a lot of ways, we've got the first 4 Chiefs games. 3 of those teams have won their division. And what's your thoughts? I was listening to your show this morning. You were talking about a little bit about what was happening.
Well, I got to tell you, whether even about the teams, I'm really, like everybody else, trying to figure out what the NFL season is going to look like this year. I mean, tickets went on sale. My brother, he went ahead and bought his tickets. It's weird to think that we could have football games with only 15,000 people in attendance, especially the loudest stadium in the NFL.
Did they only sell 15,000 tickets?
No. It's just some rumblings that are talked about on how.
I heard that, but I didn't know how they were going to do it.
Yeah. And there's no definite idea about how this is going to play out. But I mean, all of us have been in that stadium when it is just roaring. To think that it would have to be perhaps, and there's again no official word, but perhaps cut in a fourth of what could be in there. I don't know.
Well, did you guys watch on ESPN this week when they started showing the South Korean baseball games with nobody in the stands, or actually, cut out people in the stands?
Yeah.
It's just crazy. I know they had that one game a few years ago in Major League Baseball where there were no fans in the stands, and they said it was so weird. One of the players hit a home run in the first inning and, ran around the bases to absolute silence. And the manager said the weirdest thing was he could hear the ball land in the stands when the guy hit the home run, like it was batting practice. And one of the managers said he actually had to, kind of hush his voice in the dugout because he didn't want the other team and the other dugout to hear what he was telling his players. It was that quiet. I can't imagine that in football.
Maybe they need to get some of Slacker's sound effects. I've got some laughing. Right. I've got some clapping. I got baseball effects, football catches. I'll do it all.
Well, they've even announced they even announced the preseason, so we will have the opportunity with week 1 with the Bengals. So the #1 draft pick, Joe Burrow, at one Arrowhead Drive. So there's something that said even for the preseason. I think people are very anxious to see something roll. So.
And they haven't even nailed down the time. I mean, they said that first game will be between the 13th and the 17th of August, and the Cardinals between the 20th and 24th of August, 27th through the 30th at Dallas. And then back here for the final preseason game against Green Bay, the 3rd or the 4th of September. So they're still getting this stuff nailed down, too.
Right. Yeah. Well, I think all in all, over the years, the Chiefs have had some of the toughest schedules. 3rd, 4th, 5th toughest schedule. This is right down the middle. The teams playing the Chiefs are going to be at 500. So very comfortable. And when you've got Mahomes under center, you can't go wrong.
I still feel really good about it. I don't care who they put up against us. I mean, and I don't care how far behind we are. We're just going to come back and win the games.
Well, it's also very weird to be the team that everybody's gunning for this year, you know?
Yeah. I said this right after we won the Super Bowl, and I came back and I was talking to other people who were fans of other teams, and we hadn't won the Super Bowl in so long. I didn't know how to act. I didn't know if we were supposed to be, have a swagger. I don't know if we were supposed to be doing some smack talking to other people, or we're just going to be our same Midwestern kind of folks. And, well, your team's good too. I hope they win next year, but we'll probably beat you anyway.
Well, I'd rather it be that way, Skid, than to be like my family in Massachusetts. I don't want to be a masshole.
No, I know. That's exactly what I'm saying. It was just weird. We weren't used to being that way.
Yeah.
But as long as Mahomes under center, like you said, we could be that way for a long time.
All right, Skid. Well, I know you are in the middle of your 60-minute plus classic rock block, and I know
my second book.
Yeah.
Oh, Skid, can you play me a request? I want to hear a song.
Yeah, so enjoy it responsibly. Who do you have coming up for the 6 o'clock shuffle? Whose shuffle are you going to roll out?
Today, out of Lake Lotawana, it is a man named Mr. Mark Lester. And Mark's had 6 o'clock shuffles before, but I remind people, no 2 shuffles are the same. You can have more than one. If you've done it before, do it again. If you haven't done it, send me a list of all your favorite classic rock songs to 10onthefox.net. And thanks, guys, for joining me on this virtual Fox Friday with some bourbon, some margarita going there, some wine, and we'll try it again next Friday. Can we get together, you think?
Yeah. Why not?
Why not? We love it, ladies and gentlemen. The virtual Fox Friday this Friday afternoon on 101 The Fox. Enjoy. Bon appetit and cheers.